What's up, everybody, and welcome to episode 3 of the Legendary Birds Pod. As always, I am your host, Pokey Z-Hack, and we got a cheers to get this thing started. It's an iced almond milk latte for me today, because, you know, I'm healthy like that, right? Not realistically. But I digress. You know I like my 2% milk, my caramel lattes. Actually, my favorite coffee drink. Shout out to Lola Cafe in Arizona. They are the best coffee on planet Earth, but it is an iced lavender vanilla latte, and they make an espresso whipped cream. So it's literally espresso infused whipped cream out of like a nitrogen canister. Elite, best coffee that I've ever had in my life. So shout out to them. That's my favorite drink. But we got to get some housekeeping stuff done here on the pod. It's a little bit different, right? We went from the Pokey Pod with Pokey Z-Hack to the Legendary Birds podcast. And the biggest thing about that is because when I grow this thing and get it super big, I don't want to be getting slammed by Pokemon, because I'm sure that they have the word Pokepod or Pokemon trademarked, and I can't have that happen. So this is now the Legendary Birds podcast. I felt like it fit perfectly because Zapdos is my favorite Pokemon of all time. I like all three of the legendary birds, so why not encapsulate them into this podcast? So that's the newest change with the title. Make sure you guys subscribe on YouTube, follow me on TikTok, Instagram. I'm going to link all that here and have it pop up on the screen as I'm editing. But also, you can find the podcast to listen to while you're driving now. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, anywhere you get your podcast, it will be on there. So that's the biggest number one housekeeping thing, and we can get into our first topic on the list right now, and that is the birthday recap. So this past week, it was my birthday, and you see a little bit of a scenic change from previous videos in the room. My wife secretly decorated this whole room. You see the Scump jersey right here, the autographed Scumpy jersey. I still have to get that framed and hung up, but she painted this entire room, hung these floating shelves, displayed my ETBs, displayed all my product, my binders, all the stuff I have sorted, and it just looks awesome now. Like, it's starting to look like a man cave, how I want it to be, so I can come in here, rip packs, shoot videos, talk to you guys, or just play video games if I'm trying to wind down. I'm super excited for Borderlands 4 coming out in September. That and Call of Duty, my favorite games of all time. So the birthday was awesome. I got this done. I got a bunch of Pokemon products, including all of the Zapdos cards from Hidden Fates. My brother gifted me all of those. What a legendary gift. And then, as you guys know, I'm also a disc golf junkie. So my mom and dad got me a bunch of disc golf stuff. I got a few new Latitude 64 discs, some gift cards so I can go grab a couple new putters and whatnot. I'm just waiting to get some specialized stamped discs. It's kind of like a promo in Pokemon. So this guy up here, let me grab it for you. This was custom back when Ricky Wysocki is his name. He was sponsored by Dynamic Discs, which is this. This is his signature putter, the Saki Slammer, and I got him to autograph it. He's a 2-time world champion, so it's a pretty sick thing for my collection. So I'm just waiting to get some more stamped ones like this of a couple of my favorite players. But birthday was awesome. Can't complain. Great food. Oreo ice cream cake, homemade by my wife. Impossible to beat. Enough of the housekeeping stuff. Enough of me blabbering on for 3 minutes and 30 seconds. You guys want to get into the nitty gritty of Pokemon and what has been happening lately, because that's what we come here to do. In the comment section, I want you guys to respond to these topics and how I kind of view them and my thoughts on them. Tell me where I'm wrong. Tell me where I'm right. Tell me what you think. Any questions you have for me. Don't be shy. Let's have a conversation. That's what this whole show is about, so we can talk about things together. I'm just the starting point so I can get the ball rolling. You guys make the snowball bigger. Keep talking to each other in the comments. Drops are getting ridiculous. This is insane. So today, as I'm recording this, it is Friday, and the Prismatic Evolution Super Premium Collection, it dropped today at GameStop, and let's talk about Target and Walmart and other retailers. They put it out like days before, so it's supposed to drop on Friday. This has been a common theme for Pokemon products recently, like with Journey Together and everything. I'm assuming it's going to be the same thing for Destined Rivals. So I'm going to backtrack. We'll talk about the Prismatic Super Premium Collection in a second, but kind of lump it into this. So products are getting put out earlier than what their scheduled release is. So scheduled release date was this Friday for the Super Premium Collection. I saw stuff online about Target's putting them out on like Wednesday, Thursday, and that just to me is kind of unfair to the community. And the same thing happened to me with Journey Together, and I'll tell you that whole debacle to lump it into this story. What if people really want to get this for their kids or just want to get it for themselves? Let's call it like it is. A lot of us are collectors. We want to go grab this product for ourselves. We want to rip it for ourselves. What if you took the day off work for Friday, and GameStop is insane because people are lining up on a Tuesday, which is just nuts to me. But you take it off for Friday, you want to go look at Target, and you get there and they say, oh yeah, we already put all those on the floor on Wednesday and sold out of them. That kills you. You're wasting your PTO or a day off or something like that to try and get this product that you're really looking forward to, and you're getting crushed for it because these retail stores are putting it out earlier. My story time for Journey Together from like a month back or whatever it is now is I went to my home Target, quote unquote, and talked to the manager there. She's super cool. And I was just going in, stopping for a day. And I was like, hey, you guys have any Pokemon cards, loose packs, whatever? And she said, no, but the big thing is 2 Saturdays from now, we're going to have that entire wall just filled up with Pokemon TCG stuff. There's not going to be One Piece. There's not going to be Yu-Gi-Oh! Not going to be Lorcana, no sports, just Pokemon. It's going to be awesome for you guys. It's happening Saturday when the store opens. And I was like, okay, you sure about that? Cool. And then I took off, and then I thought about it more, and I was like, set release date for Journey Together is on a Friday. So I called, she answered on the phone, and I was like, hey, I just want to confirm, you told me that release is going to be on Saturday. The date release for the actual set is on Friday. Are you sure? And she said, yes, it's Saturday. And I said, okay, cool. Like, let's do it. I'm not crazy lining up days out in advance. My wife and I got to Target. They opened at 8. We got there at like 5:30. So 2.5 hours before they opened, we got there on that Saturday. A lady walks past, the line probably accumulated to like 30 or 40 people. And she goes, oh, are you guys all waiting for Pokemon? And we're like, yeah. And she's like, all right, let's do it. I'm going in right now. And she was the vendor to stock everything. She comes back out 30 minutes later, and she looked like she saw a ghost. And she goes, guys, I have to explain to you, there's been a problem. So all of the Journey Together stuff that was supposed to be put out, I had a coordination, my vending company and this Target location, we have been talking to each other for weeks to hold product in the back, and we're putting it out Saturday morning for a Saturday release. They had some third-party vendor, someone who's just there to stock whatever, come in and put Journey Together out on Thursday that week. And I knew this, and this is why I called to make sure that it was on Saturday, because one of my buddies said, hey, this Target location, they got Journey Together singles and stuff out, and it was late in the day, and I'm like, ooh, not a good sign. So all of us waiting there for hours, they didn't have anything. No Journey Together, no Pokemon product, and we're like, oh my gosh. Luckily, when she came out and told us all that, she said, I'm going to stock another store right now where we have the same agreement. You can follow me there. I will let you guys be first in line and explain to everyone, and hopefully the same thing didn't happen. Lucky enough, same thing did not happen. Everything was held in the back like it was supposed to be. Well, actually, that's not true, because the security guard who was there holding us in line and everything at that Target, the assets protection guy, he told us that someone came and started putting stuff out, and then he got into work and clocked in and saw that and said, no. Made him pack everything back up and put it back for Saturday. So he saved the day. Shout out security guard at that particular Target, because you saved a lot of us. So luckily, everything was fine. Able to get Journey Together ETBs and a couple just loose products. They had some old Sword and Shield stuff, but we got to get on the same page here and not be playing the guessing game. I think if Pokemon is giving a hard set release date, Target should have to put it out on that date so everyone who's planning to try and get stuff can actually get stuff, because who knows if they're putting stuff out. If they get stuff shipped in on a Monday, they put it out on a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It can be different at every location. What kind of a fair chance is that to someone? Not everyone can go to Target every day, every 3 hours to check if stuff has been put out. That's just wild. So they got to fix that, get that system set into place, and just do something about it to make these drops and set releases easier for people to just be transparent. Let us know when it's going to be and actually have it out that day. So from that point, drops are getting absurd, aren't they? I'm going to transition us over to the web here because the Prismatic Evolution Super Premium Collection has been dropped at GameStop today, Friday, as I'm recording this, and it's getting wild out there, guys. People are lining up. I'm sure you've seen the videos. People are lining up on Tuesday for a Friday release. This is crazy. This is nonsense. You're nuts to sleep on concrete for 3 days to get 15 packs of Prismatic? That's what we're doing? Plus a promo pouch playmat? That's absurd to me. Like, I'm all for, I grew up in the era of Call of Duty midnight releases. I loved that. I would go with my brother to GameStop and we'd sit in line from like 6 p.m. and they'd get there, open the doors at midnight. You go get the disc, you run home, you pop in MW2 and you're playing with your buddies. You call out of school the next day so you get to just keep grinding, get to first prestige. That's awesome. Midnight release, great. Pokemon drops even. Get there at 5 in the morning. Get there the night before. Have it be like a nostalgic Black Friday experience. Getting there on a Tuesday for a Friday release? You're insane. It's 15 packs. This is crazy to me. That's my 2 cents and my thought on all of this. And then to flip on that, with people seeing those videos, people are like, oh, scalpers out there on Tuesday. I think you're wrong. I don't think that these people are scalpers because GameStop and Target, they have limits on these. Like GameStop is a limit 2. Target is a limit 2, I think, as well. So it depends on the Target. Some Targets do a limit 1, other Targets do a limit 2. But how are you going to scalp something if it's a limit 2? You're sitting outside for 3 days buying a $90 product, and what? You're going to resell it for $180? Like, that's double value. You get 2 of them. You made either $90 if you got 1 or $180 profit if you got 2. I don't think these people are scalping. I think that these people just like are so diehard and they want these products that they're sitting out for 3 days getting it. Because if there's product limits on stuff, this is not scalpable. You can't scalp an SPC if there's a limit 2. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, but this has just become a fiasco. Like, lining up is one thing, midnight release style, few hours, getting out there the morning of at 3 a.m. when the store opens. I'm cool with all that. You're a hardcore fan, you love Pokemon, Prismatic, Evolutions are your favorite Pokemon, and you want that set. I'm cool with that. I get that. Sitting outside of a store since 5 a.m. on a Tuesday when it drops on Friday? You're loco. You're crazy. You got a spell or something put on you because I can't get behind that. So let me know in the comments if you were able to get the SPC of Prismatic. I was not. Didn't get any of the online drops. Was working today, so I couldn't stop or wait in line at any of the stores. It is what it is. I missed out on it. I'm going to be patient. I'm sure they'll print more. They'll be back on the shelves and you know, maybe I'll get lucky enough to fall into a restock one day. But let me know if you got one of these and let's get on to the next topic. Black Bolt and White Flare has been released, and I know I'm a little bit behind the ball from recording another podcast episode, and this is somewhat old news as of now. But this is crazy, guys. This is going to be absolutely nuts. So Black Bolt and White Flare has been announced. I was not able to secure a Pokemon Center drop, so I know that these things were out, and let's talk about Pokemon Center. They're stepping up their game big time because these were up on Pokemon Center for pre-release for apparently like 5 or 6 hours. People were getting through to check out. That's awesome. That's how it should be. Flood the market with product, man. Let everybody get one. You get one, you get one, you get one. I was working. I had a crazy day. It was just, I don't even want to talk about it. I don't need to lump you guys into it, but I was literally so busy in that 5-6 hour period, couldn't even get on my phone to try and get into the queue to be able to get one of these. But first initial thoughts. So let's talk artwork first. I'm a sucker for blue color palettes and schemes. Look at my room. It's painted that baby blue, that kind of North Carolina blue. It's my favorite color. Love it. Love any shade of blue. This is sick. This Black Bolt ETB and color scheme for all this, absolutely legendary. Love the White Flare too. Reshiram, Zekrom, cover boys of this thing, awesome. Like design, artwork, everything looks sick. I'm all about it. Would love to get my hands on these. Hoping to when they do another drop on Pokemon Center because these things are sweet. Now let's talk about the absolute madness that this set is. So this is the first time ever that English is getting a split set, as you can see here. And just a shout out to PokeBeach. This is the website I'm on where I'm getting all this information. One of the best of the best in the information game. So just shout out to PokeBeach, everything that y'all do, all your writers. You guys are just awesome. So we get the leaks from them. We get a lot of information from them. This set is going to include all 156 of the Unova Pokemon, okay? That's not where it ends. All of those Pokemon, every single one of them is going to get a regular card, a reverse holo, Pokeball reverse holo, Master Ball reverse, illustration rare, and special illustration rare. That is madness. The math that PokeBeach has done is saying that there will be over 800 cards in this split set. What? What are we doing? You know how hard this is going to be to master set this? That is wild. So thoughts on that? It's cool because when sets come out, and if the set includes one of your favorite Pokemon, but it's just a generic card and it's not even like a holo or an illustration rare or anything like that, kind of bums you out because you're just getting like a regular like 50-cent card of your favorite Pokemon. If you're a fan of the 156 Unova Pokemon from Gen 5, you're getting a card that's going to be sick because let's be honest here, this day and age, current new gen Pokemon, all of the illustrations are sick. The illustration rare, special illustration rare, the artwork has stepped up like a million levels from old Pokemon. Like even from the Sword and Shield era and all that stuff, the illustrations of modern Pokemon are crazy. So you're bound to get a sweet card of one of your favorite Pokemon if you're a fan of Unova. To be honest, I wasn't a huge Gen 5 kid. I was a big like Gen 1, 2, 3, and then I kind of fell out of the hobby. I'm just getting back into it, and I love Gen 9. Like, that's my bread and butter. 1, 2, 3, 9. Love all of those Pokemon. I kind of fell out of the hobby for a while, so I'm going to be relearning this stuff. Maybe go back and play the games. But it is crazy. 156 Pokemon, SIRs, illustration rare, whatever it may be for all of them. Also, that just confirms that Pokeballs and Master Balls are going to be back in this set. Prismatic was the last time we saw it. I don't know if you guys were fans of these or not. I kind of just like the, common, uncommon with reverse holo, holo, illustration rare, special illustration rare. I think that, and like your full arts, your double rares and stuff, that keeps it simple enough for me. The Master Balls and Pokeballs, they don't do much for me from like a fan perspective of looking at the artwork and everything. Just not the sickest thing for me. But a lot of these cards just to look at, we don't have a ton of the illustrations and stuff that have been leaked yet. But I mean, this SIR, what is this? This guy is Snivy, right? The evolution line of that looks really cool. As we're scrolling down here, finally you can see we are also getting a new rarity in this set on top of all of that. We are getting monochromatic cards. So you get the all black, like this looks sweet, dude. The texture on this with the border and the Pokemon and the little like stitching feel of the outline, like this is legit. The Zekrom, the all white Reshiram, wow. Like this is, it's the first time that I've zoomed in on these and I'm looking at them in full effect and these things are just so cool. I think that these are going to be huge chases. Like, these are crazy, dude. These are wicked cool monochromatic illustration rares or special illustration rares. I don't even know what they're calling them. It's BWR and then the... Okay, so BWR, so what is that? Like a black and white rare? Is that what we're saying for it? I have no idea, but that's really cool. This set's going to be crazy. I think if you don't have the funds to try and keep ripping packs and buy all the cards to like master set that, if your goal is not to master set it, you really got to be dialed in and direct with what you want to do with this set of what cards you think are the coolest, make a list and really go after collecting those. Otherwise, you're just going to go down a rabbit hole of going through all of these cards in this set and you're going to have no idea what to do with yourself and just fall into a money pit. So as we get more of the reveals for this set, I'll keep you guys filled in. For now, that's everything we got with Black Bolt White Flare. I feel like the market is going to be saturated. So many products are going to be available, and this is going to be a good set and the ability for us to get our hands on it. I'm hoping that Destined Rivals and this set are just like Journey Together, where there's been plenty printed. You see it in the store all the time, so it's not too hard to get your hands on. Like, The super sealed coveted stuff like ETBs and whatnot, those are always going to be hard to get your hands on. If you're just trying to rip packs, I'm still seeing blisters of Journey Together in stores like all the time. So hopefully the amount printed for this is the same. And I kind of spoke upon Destined Rivals. Guys, it's just around the corner. What's today? May 16th, right? It's 14 days away. May 30th, Destined Rivals is releasing. Apparently the 17th through the 25th pre-releases are going on. So keep your eyes out on the internet to see if Pokemon Center does another drop for Pokemon Center ETBs or booster boxes, booster bundles. Target, Walmart, just keep your eyes out everywhere to see if any of this stuff gets dropped more of, because Destined Rivals just around the corner. I'm so hyped for it. Love a Team Rocket set, and I'm just really excited for it. And we finally have the full set reveal. We have some of the English cards revealed. So let's go in and break down this set. I'm going to just go over the secret rares because you can see all of the cards have been revealed here. So if you're super big into the TCG and you want to know what's going to be viable for the meta and everything like that, go to PokeBeach's site. You can read up here. They have all of the moves for the items, the attacks, what it takes for energy, damage that it deals, and all of the kind of eccentric definitions and descriptions of cards from the TCG perspective. I've been trying to get back into the TCG and play a little bit. Very overwhelming. Absolutely overwhelmed. I have no idea how to put a deck together or what's meta, what's not meta, how to get those cards for online, but it's been fun trying to play or just playing against like bots in Pocket or on the actual website. Just want to highlight the cards that I'm super excited for in Destined Rivals, and I want you guys to comment down below what I'm missing out on. I know in my previous video where I ranked every set from the Scarlet and Violet era, I talked about Destined Rivals, and I think I only talked about the glory of Team Rocket that had been revealed. I didn't talk about any of the Heatwave Arena cards. So we're going to see all those secret rares here, and I'll tell you guys what I'm excited for. Ethan's Typhlosion, absolutely sick. If I pull this, I'm going to be stoked, but I know my buddy Cole Rage is a huge Typhlosion fan, so we might have to surprise him with a little Typhlosion action if we pull it. He's been good to me. Rydog has been good to me. We're all just kind of trading stuff. You don't always have to sell something in this hobby, guys. That's something I want you to know. We can be homies in this hobby. Even if this card is valuable and it's like an $80 card, biggest one in the set, if someone's really desiring it, one of your buddies, how cool is that to be able to make their day by giving it to them? And I guarantee you, if you do, they will remember it and pay it forward to you. So just be cool. That's what the hobby's about. If you want to trade with someone, cool. I get it. There's value behind it, but not everything has to be a transaction and a sale. I'll want to keep one for myself for sure if I get an Ethan's Typhlosion, but I know Cole Rage is all about it too. So I think that these trainer Pokemon after Journey Together, really sweet. Talked about Rocket's Houndoom. I love this card, how kind of cynical the trainer looks and savage Houndoom looks. Gotta be all about that. Misty, Psyduck, and Lapras are really, really cool cards. Just taking a snooze on Lapras and then Psyduck doing a little Michael Phelps backstroke over there. Like I said, modern Pokemon artwork, you're just not going to beat it. I know in that ranking video, you guys saw me talk about Murkrow already, so I'm going to skip over that one. But Meowth here, this one is, I mean, just look at that. Like kind of cartoon kitty Giovanni with Meowth, can't beat it. Arven, this guy, I mean, if you didn't play the Scarlet and Violet games, go do it. You'll find a soft spot in your heart for Arven, or you'll get annoyed by him. That's kind of the fan reaction of him. But having a picnic, weaving in the picnics and making sandwiches from Scarlet and Violet era, cool concept to put onto artwork, so I like that. Then you get into some of the bigger heavy hitters. I know these are all the EXs and just the full arts and stuff like that, plus trainer cards, so those are always just kind of there for me. Number one chase out of this set for me, you know, look at the title of the podcast right here. I mean, come on, the Legendary Birds Pod, and we get a Team Rocket's Moltres. I'm 100% after that card. That's my number one chase out of this set. Artwork is sick. It reminds me of like Star Wars. I don't know why, but like a Sith Lord standing out on a bridge with this like purple monochromatic color scheme in the background with just the flames of Moltres. Reminds me of Star Wars. Legendary bird. You can't beat it. I want it. So that one's sweet. Ethan's Ho-Oh. Don't like it as much as Ethan's Typhlosion, but I mean, come on. It's a sick card. Like, you can't beat either of those. I think a lot of people will rather have the Ho-Oh, but I think the Typhlosion wins out of that one. Come on. It's Mewtwo, one of the GOAT Pokemon of all time with Giovanni, and just these two guys look like they're up to no good. Have to be excited about that card. A lot of trainer cards that I didn't even realize were going into this, and then Cynthia's Garchomp. Like, this is just, if you've watched the shows in the anime, this looks like the scene straight out of it when Garchomp just comes soaring down, and then it's just a battle for the ages. Look at that, too. This might be crazy for the TCG. I don't know. I don't know what these attacks are, but 330 HP, 260 damage, and it only takes 2 energies? That could be elite. I don't know. You guys tell me. But the Cynthia's Garchomp, that looks sweet. Arven's Mabastoff, I didn't even see this card. See, I'm learning stuff with you guys. We're literally munching on a sandwich right now. Hopefully it's got some of that sparkling power into it so we can find some shinies and anything like that. But this set is going to be just insane. And here's some of the English cards. I don't think it's really that big of a deal. I mean, we saw all of the artworks in Japanese, so you can see them here. But I am stoked for this set. This is going to be one that I'm going to try to sit outside for and line up for because I want some product here. I was able to score a Pokemon Center ETB, but I don't know if I want to open that. I might want to add it to my sealed collection. Hate me all you want and say, oh, sealed collecting isn't a real thing. They look cool, dude. Just like the artwork on the shelf, it looks cool. And I'm going to open some of these eventually, but I also want a sealed collection. So hate me if you hate me. Do whatever you want, but I'm stoked for Destined Rivals. I think I'm way more excited for Destined Rivals than I am for Black Bolt and White Flare, just because the Pokemon that are highlighted in this, the trainers, there's some Gen 9 stuff going on with Arven and everything, and then just a lot of Team Rocket nostalgia from when I was a kid, to whereas I'm not as big on the Gen 5 guys, didn't really play Black and White, the OG, so I have to get educated on that stuff. Maybe I will grow more excited for it, but Destined Rivals is just going to be a frenzy. I want it. I want to go crazy with it, open a lot of packs, see what we can do and collect, and hopefully kind of get some trade power and get to another card show soon so we can record another vlog for you guys. I'm not entirely sure, but short podcast this week. I try and kind of keep them short because I know all of your attention spans, like you need quick hit stuff. So hopefully a nice little like 30-minute video for you guys. Please let me know down in the comments anything you want to see on future episodes of the Legendary Birds podcast. Subscribe on YouTube, follow me on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, and then everywhere you can find podcasts. Spotify, Apple, it's everywhere. The Legendary Birds Pod. I appreciate all the support from you guys so much. It's been absolutely bonkers. We are approaching 500 subs. I think we're at 240 something right now. So really means a lot. And I'm going to keep nerding out and talking about Pokemon because I like it a lot. Don't care if you think I'm a dork. I enjoy it. I hope you guys all have an incredible week. Thank you for tuning into episode 3 of the Legendary Birds Pod. We will see you next time. I've been Pokey Z-Hack. Peace.